So I do want to talk about one thing today. This is going to be my first Boho Chill video. So, LeBron James. Come on. So LeBron James is almost 42 years old, and he's still doing the same thing. You know, LeBron James is a great basketball player, and he does a lot of cool stuff in our community. So, I give him mad respect for that. What I don't like about LeBron James is just like the antics. Just it's almost like I don't know. It's obviously it's thirsty, but it's almost like manipulative. It's just like you have if you just look at ESPN and how like all this sort of analysts on ESPN, the basketball side of it, they're just like, LeBron's going here, LeBron's going there, LeBron's going here, LeBron's going there. He's going to Miami. He's going to back to Cleveland. He's going to Minnesota. LeBron James is going to Minnesota. Really? He's going to Minnesota, dude. You'll be living underground for 9 months. That's how cold it is out there, right? Come on. But he went to the 76ers on the East Coast. I'm from the East Coast. And I'm just like, he went to Philly? Dude, let me tell you something. He doesn't even know about Philly fans on any level. Football, hockey, baseball, and basketball. Those fans are serious, just like the Knicks fans. And I'm not saying fans around the league aren't serious, but it's a different breed in Philly and New York. It really is, So he's going over there. Before it was just like, hey, you just want to be in a, sort of comfortable spot. And now it's just like, hey, this gives me the best opportunity to possibly get another ring. So, he's he's stacking stats. He's ring chasing. It's just like, dude, it's like you're already accomplished. What's going on here? Now you're getting paid like $4 million a year. I don't get this guy. Again, great player. He's not a GOAT. Great player, does great things in our community, and you just got to love him for that, right? That he is a great player. He brought us like great entertainment, and he's just an all-around, really good person, but the whole, Rich Paul and all these people is just like, come on, dude. Who was I can't remember the, Michael Jordan's agent, but he didn't play around. He was just like, boom, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. All the antics I don't have to deal with, And again, LeBron James is 42 and he's still doing the same thing. What is he? He's obviously going to start, but what's his option? Like, Embiid can still get 20, 30. You know what I'm saying? He's still a superstar, Maxey, Edgecombe, come on. JB's getting his. JB is going to get his. JB is getting his for real, right? That's a really, and honestly speaking, that starting five, it's kind of sick, like, again, no shade to LeBron in terms of his talents and what he does for the community. I'm just talking about all the other sort of like thirsty stuff he does. It's just like, really? Come on. But the team itself, it looks really good. It's like, is this the best team in the East? Probably. You got, again, JB, Maxey, Edgecombe, Embiid, LeBron. That's going to be, if they can stay healthy, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem on the East Coast, for real. And say what you want to about Embiid, but he's still getting like 25, 30, 20, 30 a night, and the other thing I like about this team is this here. With LeBron, it gives Embiid the opportunity to not be the go-to. We already know he's not the go-to. Maxey's the go-to, and now you got JB, right? So it gives him the ability to be a big man in the middle. Like, get out of here. Get that stuff out of here, And LeBron can pick and choose, his shots, So it's and LeBron plays defense, right? At least some defense, right? So So yeah, I don't know. It's just LeBron has always been, just this whole discussion. I have a discussion with a family member, and he's a LeBron Glazer, and he's just like, "Oh, LeBron's this. LeBron. You can't talk to you. Listen, you can't talk to Glazers. You just can't. Stop it." It's almost like, when I used to work in politics, it's almost like you trying to discuss something with a person who's in the other party than you, right? And it's just like, you can't speak to these people or people who are into their religious stuff, right? You can't speak to these people. Don't have conversations like that with people like that because it's just going to be a problem, right? So I don't have conversations like that, but I don't. I like what Philly is looking like. It's going to be some serious battles. I think the Knicks and the Sixers. It's going to be some battles there for real. It's going to be some battles there. I never thought Cleveland was like a team. I think they're missing. I think Cleveland is missing one piece. They're missing one really awesome piece. Not an old man, but they're missing a young, just stud. They're missing that. Um, like a big man, like a wing. They're missing a wing. And I don't know. But the 76ers and LeBron James, and it's not LeBron James, it's not the 76ers and LeBron James. Let me stop saying that. The 76ers with LeBron as a fourth, because LeBron is not going to be a number two. LeBron is not going to be a number three. You think, Embiid is going to be a number four? No, LeBron's going to be a number four. So we will see. But I think LeBron will be okay with that. And again, he's just chasing the ring. If Miami had like another like really good piece, he would go to Miami. He's got a house in Miami. But it just kind of weirded me out because it's like LeBron and Philly. Like, what is he gonna get a crib in South Jersey or something like that in Pleasantville? Come on, what's going on? Like a loft on the water or something in Philly? I mean, like something on. Yeah, it's strange. That's what it is. LeBron in Philly is strange. And I'm going to leave it at that. Well, again, this is Boho Chill. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to talk about stuff that I'm interested in when it comes to pop culture. I'm going to show you a little bit of fashion stuff too, maybe a little bit of workout stuff. And we're going to see what this channel does. So if you're watching this is my first video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.